Welcome to Spartan Mind, the newest addition to the Spartan Up podcast family. I'm Dr. L, Spartan's Chief Mind Doc. I'm going to be here each Wednesday bringing you back to the couch to toughen up your mind, to get you super uncomfortable, working you through a little internal barbed wire so that you can increase your physical execution and your performance in life. So keep listening to the Spartan Up podcast that you're used to on Tuesdays. You'll find me here on Wednesdays and Spartan Way Habits on Thursdays. Now that's a trifecta. All right, Spartans, today we're talking about what's in your sandbag. And what I mean by that are what wounds and grievances are you carrying around with you that's weighing you down? We all have past wounds, right? Whether they're from decades ago, just a few years ago, or even yesterday. And sometimes we carry them into the present, and that can weigh us down, especially if we're not paying attention to what they are. Think about it on the obstacle course. If you've got a better technique of carrying around that sandbag, that leg of the race is going to be a whole lot lighter and a whole lot easier. The same goes for life. If you're paying attention to what's in your sandbag, then you're going to feel less weighed down. So there's a few things I want you to keep in mind when you're thinking about what's in your sandbag. The first is, what wounds and grievances am I carrying around? Which wounds are impacting my choices the most? The second is, are there wounds and grievances that I might need to let go of, that I'm carrying around with me when really they could be taken out of the sandbag and released so that they weigh me down less? And the third is there anyone that I need to invite into this process so that that wound can heal? And yes, sometimes that means having difficult conversations with people that we would much rather avoid. But life is not about avoidance. And sometimes we have to get uncomfortable, especially if we want those wounds to feel less heavy and therefore give us greater freedom in our life with our choices. So what's key is remembering that if you don't attend to the wounds and grievances in your sandbag, it's going to weigh you down a whole lot more in your choices in the present. So paying attention to those is going to lighten the load, and that's how you understand what you're carrying around in your sandbag. If you like what you hear, spread the word. Tell your friends, subscribe and review on iTunes, or comment on YouTube. Then come tell us what you think. We're on Twitter at Spartan Up Pod or Instagram at Spartan Up Podcast. What does that do? Is that like...